What's up, and welcome to the video. So this thing on my head is not some sort of attempt at Daft Punk cosplay. This is the viral Dyson Zone wireless headphones with noise cancellation, with a built-in air purification system that starts at, get this, just under $1,000 before tax. I've been using them for some time now, and all I really have to say is why?
So there's a lot to unpack with these headphones, right? From like build quality to sound quality to all the details behind air purification, and we'll slowly get to everything. But for now, let's talk about just how the headphones are designed and how they're built, because I happen to actually really like the overall design. I'll tell you what I don't like here in a second, but I also like how well these headphones are built. So from a build perspective, they're all aluminum, which definitely adds some nice weight to them. When I first took them out of the box, I remember thinking to myself, these feel really, really nice in hand. And I think part of that comes from the added heft that you have from that full metal build. Everything from the ear cup hinges to the ear cup covers that are removable to the hinge up top for your headrest, everything has an aluminum build, and there's really, really nice attention to detail as you're taking a look at these headphones from all around. Now, from a weight perspective, because they're all metal, there's a little bit of weight to them. When you put them on though, I think it does a good job of like balancing and dispersing that weight all around your head. I had no issues wearing these headphones for long periods of time, and I did have a couple other people here in the studio try them on as well, and I think the general consensus was the same, that they feel heavy in hand, but when you put them on, they don't feel that heavy on your head. And from a comfort perspective, I think Dyson did a great job using really soft cushioning up top and also this super soft padded memory foam for the actual ear cups. So wearing them for long periods of time is also pretty easy to do. Now, where I will say I'm not a big fan of the design is just how large the ear cups look when they're on your head. When you're holding them, it doesn't look that bad, but then look at this. As soon as you put them on, you get the cushioning up top adjusted. I'm laughing because I know just how ridiculous I look. They're massive, right? And that's because the ear cups are not just there to drive sound. They double as a compression system and also a filtration system that we're going to get into later on in the video. So they look good in hand, they feel good in hand, but once you put them on, you're gonna look ridiculous. I actually really like these headphones from a sound quality perspective too. A wide variety of songs sound clear, they sound really full, and I think it does a good job of nailing the highs and the lows of a particular song or a wide variety of songs. So sound quality sounds really, really good. And I always like to preface, whenever I talk about things like sound quality, I am by no means an audio professional or an audiophile. So this is just an amateur's opinion on the overall sound quality, right? But I think they do sound really good, and I'm also happy with the feature set that Dyson implemented here as well. So there is noise cancellation, which actually does a pretty decent job in my opinion, and there is a transparency mode. You can switch between the two by double tapping the right ear cup, which is also cool to see. And I gotta say, they did a really good job on the transparency mode for these headphones. I found them to be really, really good. Now, there is another thing that I wanted to talk about as well, and that's how you can actually interact with your songs as you're listening to them. So there is actually a joystick type of mechanism on the right ear cup that allows you to, move it right, left, up and down, and you can even press it in, and you can use those controls to, switch to the next song, switch to the previous song. You can actually push and hold either to the right or to the left to like fast forward or to rewind through a particular track, which I thought was pretty cool. Up and down is obviously going to be your audio controls. So I think they did a good job of giving you some great sound quality, some great features to go with it as well. But I will say from an overall sound quality perspective, I think these are going to deliver sound for headphones that might be priced in like the upper twos to threes, like $250 to maybe $350 range in terms of like the quality of sound that they deliver. Okay, so now that we've got the simpler stuff out of the way, we can talk about the more complex aspect of these headphones, because not only are they headphones that deliver pretty good sound quality, they double as an air purification and delivery system for some reason. So stick with me because there's a lot going on here, and I'm going to try to explain it as simply as possible, but just bear with me on this. So I have removed the vented backs of the ear cups, and what you'll notice is underneath those vents are filters. Now these filters work with an air compression system that's built into each ear cup, and it brings in air and filters it. Now according to Dyson, it can purify 99% of pollutants as small as 0.1 microns. The ear cups themselves have small vents, and this visor will magnetically attach to the headphones, create a seal with those vents in the ear cups, and that filtered air gets channeled through the visor and it's delivered over your mouth and nose using a mesh system that's built into the visor. And all of this, by the way, is tracked inside of the Dyson application, which has a very, very nice user experience in my opinion. So you'll open up the app, you'll get the headphones paired, and the application will show your live air quality as long as you are actively filtering air. It'll show you the live air quality around you. It'll keep track of your filter life, and there's even a really convenient link within the application to order more filters should you need them. You get 2 in the box, and filters to be replaced are $20 for the set of 2. So not bad overall. And the application also tracks your audio information, like the decibel level around you, how much the noise cancellation is working to cancel out a certain amount of decibels. There's a lot of information in this application, and I happen to think that it was really, really well built, really well put together, and really, really informative. But there's just so many other questions to be asked whenever you take a look at this system and this product itself. For these headphones, Dyson's marketing material seems to try to appeal to, let's say, a buyer who lives in an area that might have heavy pollution, heavy dust, allergens, pollen, things that you might require some cleaner air around you. When I first tried these out, my initial thought was this would be something really cool to have if you're someone who commutes on a train or public transit every single day. This might be something really neat to use. But then you start thinking to yourself that these headphones have absolutely no medical certifications or medical guarantees behind it. So when you think about the fact that the visor purposely does not try to seal the top and bottom areas around your mouth and your nose. Now, I'm no scientist or no expert in terms of molecules and how they work, but you are purposely supposed to leave a small gap between your nose and the visor itself. In Dyson's instructions, it says that your nose or your mouth should not be touching the visor. There should be a visible gap between the two. As small a gap as possible, but still a visible gap. In my mind, I'm thinking that other molecules in your area could probably seep into that filtered area through the top and bottom of the visor because a gap naturally exists. So I understand Dyson's marketing material in terms of saying like, hey, if you live in an environment full of dust, check this out. You can throw the visor on and it filters the air around you. But it's tough because I don't think it's not designed to protect you from anything medically. So whenever you look at how these headphones work, it is purely a cosmetic thing, which is cool. But I think Dyson had a much grander plan here. And that's to get everyone talking about their stuff. As soon as these headphones launched, what happened, right? You saw a whole bunch of tech publications, you saw a whole bunch of news publicity, you saw a whole bunch of big YouTubers and small YouTubers like myself get these headphones because they wanted to talk about just how ridiculous they are. And you know what they say, any publicity is good publicity at the end of the day. So by us sitting over here and talking about this stuff, it's inevitably going to lead to more people visiting Dyson's website, and they might not buy a pair of $1,000 headphones, but They might see that there's a vacuum that fits their budget, or they might see that there's a standalone air purification system that fits their budget. And next thing you know, a pair of headphones just got themselves another customer. So at the end of the day, these headphones are just shy of $1,000. Do I think they're worth it? Absolutely not. I think if you're just going to approach this from a sound quality perspective, you can definitely find headphones that are cheaper. And I don't think the air purification system for these headphones justifies the excess that you're going to pay in terms of the price tag. Not to mention, the headphones themselves are rated for 50 hours of listening whenever you're not using air purification. But if you are, that drops down to 2 hours of listening time with air purification system going. So yeah, I think from a headphone perspective, you can do better. And I don't think the air purification system is worth the excess in the price tag, but I gotta give props to Dyson because this is the first ever Dyson product we reviewed even on our small channel, and they're getting tons of press out there. So who is really winning in this situation, right? Anyways, if you enjoyed the review, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
$1,000 before tax. And the only thing I can think of is why?